Hello future developers, welcome to another tutorial at ABCD. So today we'll be trying to do some methods like to rename our data. Okay, so let's say I want to rename the columns. So what I'll do is I'm going to my Jupyter notebook and then I'll just type df, that's the variable we used. Okay, so I use df, so depending on the variable you used, um, like on the start of your project. Okay, so mine is df. So what I'm going to do here, where is it? Okay, so df. Then I'm going to type df dot rename, and into brackets or in the parentheses I'm going to type columns. I hope the spelling is right. Columns, and then equals, and then curly braces. Then let's say I want to rename this column called death. Each column should death cumulative total. Okay, so let me rename it to death. Or better still, let me just copy it just so I don't get any errors. So I'm going to rename this. Control C, and I'm going to paste it here. So with quotation commas, I'm going to paste it here, and then colon. Okay, colon, not semicolon, colon. So there's the name that we want to change, and then the name for which we want to change it. Sorry, the colon shouldn't be here, it should be outside the parentheses. So here, and then another quotation commas, and then I'm going to give it the new name. So the new name, let's say I'm going to call it total death. Total death. Okay, so total death. And let's say I don't want to only rename this, so maybe you want to do multiple renaming. So to do that, you just come outside the parentheses, put another colon, and then let's say I want to do that for cases. Let's say cases cumulative total per 1,000 population. So I'm just going to copy this. Is it per 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000? Yeah, 100,000. Okay. And then quotation commas, Control V, outside the quotation commas, colon, quotation commas again. And then let's give it a new name. So I'm going to give it a new name called, let's just use per 1,000 population. Okay, so do not worry about this. We are just learning how to use the method. So per 1,000 population, or let's just per 1,000 pop. Let's just pop. Okay, per 1,000. Let me just add a cases per 1,000 population. Cases cum per 1,000 population. Okay, so I think this should work. This should be okay. So I just have to run it. Let me just use df. So df, then I run it and let's see what happened. Invalid syntax. So what might be the error? Cases per 1,000 pop. Okay, so a moment, let me check where the error. So somewhere here is a displace. So it's total death. So death cumulative total colon total death. Okay, total death. Do we have anything like total death somewhere here? Okay. Total death. Okay, so there should be a comma somewhere. So comma, I'd rather use a comma. Okay, so comma should separate. So remember, this is our first item or text that we want to rename. Okay, so this should be our second. Okay, so remember to separate each text you want to rename. So let's run it and see if it will work. Okay, so it worked. So remember, okay, do not repeat this error. Okay, so there's the first text we want to rename. So this text we want to rename it to this, comma, this text we want to rename it to this. Okay, so you can see if we check cumulative total. So where's total death? So total death. So when I go up, okay, remember it was deaths cumulative total, and then cases newly reported per 1,000 population. Is it this or this? Should be somewhere. Okay, so per thousand pop. Okay, so remember we rename it here. Per thousand pop. Okay, so that's it for renaming. Okay, so see you in the next lesson.